FlexCap is a capacity management tool that helps satellite operators, service providers, and end users to manage the available space, capacities, costs, revenues, and profitability for each carrier, each network, each satellite, or even constellation. With FlexCap, users can dynamically allocate pools of capacity according to their needs. Additionally, it is fully integrated with Integrasys Beam Budget Link Budget tool for obtaining the user demand and with control state to get real-time feedback. Moreover, it streamlines the management of leases, customer contracts, quotes, and invoicing. When entering FlexCap, the first step shows two options: create or load a scenario. In this demo, we are going to create a scenario from scratch just by naming this new scenario and selecting the satellite we're going to use. Note that the satellite database can be populated through Beam Budget Link Budget's results or AIPI in order to speed up the process. First, we will set the start and end time to limit the frame. After having the chosen satellite and the time frame selected, it is the time to create or select the transponders. The transponders will provide the necessary information to allocate the satellite capacity in a specific frequency. To create a new transponder, we must complete the required information, which is shown in the carrier's menu, as well as the optional data, which will only be the center frequency, as the maximum and minimum will be filled automatically. The transponder data can be modified anytime, and any update will be reflected graphically in the dashboard in real time. Also, in Step 2, the user can add their leases in each of the existing transponders in order to control the benefits and profits. When creating the lease, apart from selecting the provider and having the possibility to include an attached document, the most interesting feature is that you can fill the capacity information, which allows the user to select as much satellites and as much transponders as it is needed. The lease information can be expressed in megahertz or in megabits. After the creation of the lease, the user is able to see the full list of leases where the attached PDFs can be visualized and the inputs can be modified in time. The transponders in use are graphically represented in a very intuitive and dynamic format. In the first graphic, the total utilization of the available capacity, then the profit of margin, which represents the profit rate of the satellite, and the overall profit, which represents the profit and loss percentage rate. Then the megabits rate, which has the information of the megabits you're using in the time frame chosen on Step 2 day by day. Lastly, FlexCap also counts on a complete table of the general transponders in use information, which is also represented graphically above in the satellite viewboard. When all the transponders have been created, it is possible to choose which ones are active and which ones can be eliminated in the dashboard. Just by clicking the right arrow, the transponder will be included automatically. Regarding the satellite viewboard, the users have also the capacity to adequate the view to their needs. For example, FlexCap allows zooming the frequency frame in order to focus on a specific area. Or if clicking on a transponder, the carriers will show up with all their information. This is called in transponder views. The transponder view represents the real-time view of the carriers. And if we look up in Step 2, the parameters have changed in order to edit the transponder information by editing the carrier's inputs or adding a new one. The information will update the graphics shown in the dashboard in real time, and the contracts will reflect the management of the capacity representing the profits. When consulting the contracts management list, there are two options: updating existing information or downloading a bill. The user can obtain a billing template with their user information preloaded, but totally customizable and exportable to PDF. Apart from the transponder view, FlexCap counts on two more view tabs. First, the time view that shows the carrier activity and the frequency occupation within the selected date time on Step 2. The dynamic graphics allow the user to have a visual representation of the carriers day by day. The green is a work in progress. Yellow represents the ones that are already completed and blue is the ones yet to be tackled. By clicking on the carriers, a pop-up appears indicating the highlights, such as the cost, the revenue, and the profit, among others like bandwidth, center frequency, and start frequency. FlexCap is able to generate complete reports exportable to PDF or Excel. The reports count on an executive summary with overall information, an image of the satellite and transponders, the megabit rate, the transponder resume, and the satellite summary. Also, a very useful transponder lease resume with the expenses and profits for each transponder, which is extended below. Thanks for watching the FlexCap demo. In case you need more details, do not hesitate to contact us through email or through our website.